In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to organize notes in Joplin. If your notes are starting to pile up and feel a little messy, one of the best things you can do in Joplin is organize them with notebooks. Notebooks give your notes structure, so instead of keeping everything in one long list, you can sort your information into clear categories that are much easier to browse later. A good place to start is by creating notebooks for your broad areas of life or work. For example, you might make a notebook for personal notes, another for work, one for school, and one for projects. The idea here is to think in big categories first. This keeps your top-level organization simple and easy to understand. When you open Joplin, you should be able to quickly recognize where a note belongs just by looking at those main notebook names. To create these, go to the Notebook section in Joplin and add a new notebook for each major category you want to use. Try not to overcomplicate this part. Broad categories work best because they give you enough structure without making you stop and think too much every time you save a note. If you create too many notebooks right away, it can actually make your system harder to use. So starting with a few clear categories is usually the smartest approach. Once your main notebooks are in place, the next step is to make a sub-notebook. Sub-notebooks are useful when one category starts to contain several different types of notes. For example, inside a work notebook, you may want separate spaces for meeting notes, reference material, or planning. Inside school, you might want a sub-notebook for each class or subject. This helps break down a large notebook into smaller sections without losing the bigger structure. In Joplin, create a sub-notebook under the main notebook where it belongs. The purpose of this is to keep related notes grouped together while still staying inside a broader category. It creates a clean hierarchy, which makes navigation much faster and more intuitive over time. A helpful tip is to keep your notebook names short and obvious. You want labels that are easy to scan at a glance. As your collection of notes grows, this simple structure of main notebooks and sub-notebooks can save you a lot of time and reduce clutter. With just a few well-chosen notebooks and a useful sub-notebook structure, your Joplin workspace can become much more organized, practical, and easy to maintain.